Good morning and welcome to your reading for January 30th, 2026. I am going to get some overall energy, and I think that I will go with the numerology cards. I like these. So Spirit, tell me the overall energy of this reading for the collective for January 30th. Okay, we've got a lot coming out here. All right, Karmic Completion. Oh, this is such a great card to see here. Karmic Completion. You have closed out any cycles that no longer serve you. So we see this karmic completion. So you have learned all the lessons. You have gone through everything that you needed to do to close out this cycle, and this cycle is now closed. And I think it's very fitting coming on January 30th. Right at the end of this month. And when we think about it, it's the Cancer moon that just came up on January 29th. And, you know, those full moons are about letting go. So with the Cancer moon and the karmic completion, it could very well have something to do with being home or with family. All of those things that Cancer represents as a full moon here. So there is definitely a cycle that has ended. We see that with the number 10 being the completion of this karmic cycle. That's a great card to come up. And this other card is even better. We have manifestation, number 8. So the overall energy of this reading is about manifesting. So you are a manifester. You are doing the work that you're supposed to be and need to be doing right now. You are on cue, you are on track, and the reason why I do say this is because this manifestation card is here. If you haven't been doing your work, and if you haven't been, going with the flow and following your process, trying to listen to spirit, you would not be able to do this kind of manifestation. So this message is absolutely for those ones that have been doing the work and have found a way to tap into this manifestation. And right beside that, we have rebirth. What a beautiful card coming in right after karmic completion and manifestation. So you absolutely have all the ability. Yesterday in the reading, in the general collective reading for January 29th, the Empress came out there near the center of the reading. So, the Empress is also about fertility, creating new projects, but even just, this rebirth coming through after this karmic completion. What a great card. And rebirth is number 16 here, which is a 7 in terms of numerology. And 7s are about spirituality as well. So what a beautiful card to come out. All right, so now we're going to move on and get some details around this reading for the collective. So Spirit, if we can get some messages for the collective as to this karmic completion, this manifestation, and this rebirth. Okay. So the first card that came out is the Tower. So there is going to be a surprise. Where we see the lightning hitting the building there, and then people begin to fall out of that building. So a tower can be a definite jolt. And as I have said before, it doesn't always have to be something terrible or awful, but it's a quick realization. You're like, oh, that's what's happening there. This tower is a surprise. Something's happening. Now, this is coming right underneath the karmic completion. So I really like this. And maybe it's just a realization that you have actually completed a cycle. And that you've just realized it. So that could be like an epiphany here, that this karmic completion. All right, and the next two cards coming up, we have the Four of Wands here, and the Four of Wands is a marriage card. It is about setting that solid foundation. We see the four swords there and the couple as they're standing in that arbor, I guess it is. But it is a marriage card, or it is commitment. So maybe now that you realize that this karmic completion is finally done, that you have really committed to manifesting something in your life. And then right after that, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant represents spiritual knowledge and divinity here. So you definitely have spiritual knowledge. This is in the center of the reading. I was just actually reading up a little bit more on the Hierophant, and what really drew my attention looking at this was his staff there. It's called a papal staff. And it is about leadership and authority within an established religion. So it is about customs and ways of doing things. So a spiritual person, a spiritual knowledge, that's what we see there. So maybe there is a commitment to some kind of spiritual knowledge that will help you with your manifestation and rebirth. Makes perfect sense to me. All right. We now have the King of Pentacles. Again, we see this king who is at the top of the suit. Pentacles being about our physical plane, our earthly, what we're able to achieve here in this earthly plane. King of Pentacles is about prosperity, leadership, and determination. So isn't that great? This, whatever it is, this new way of being, this commitment to the spiritual task, it is going to be able to bring in a lot of abundance for you, is what this King of Pentacles is saying. Okay, and then the Moon card, also about intuition, and coming in right after that King of Pentacles, about being secure in your earthly abundance, that type of thing, but also coming in underneath that rebirth. So we have the Hierophant that speaks about spiritual intuition, as well as this Moon card is also about intuition. It's also, it represents Cancer. But, we see a really clear pathway here with this Moon card. So just knowing that, there's always light within the dawn. So just trusting your intuition and knowing that you will be abundantly provided for with whatever this rebirth is. Okay. And then we have Seven of Cups. So this Seven of Cups, it can represent confusion, but it also represents having opportunities. So maybe you're feeling conflicted about which way to go. Where do you want to move in life? Maybe you know that you are going to be doing something that is spiritual, and where you are going to have to rely on your intuition, that you have given this commitment to this. And even where the Tower is right behind that commitment, it's like you have answered a call. I almost feel like you have answered a call with this Tower card coming in underneath the karmic completion. So I think that you have completed a cycle, and you have answered a call from Spirit to come and make this commitment to whatever it is that allows for you to tap into this spiritual knowledge. This could be, I do believe in unity. I do believe that there are several ways in this world to make this connection to Spirit. However you go about that is absolutely up to you, but this is in the heart of this whole entire reading, coming right underneath this manifestation. So I would almost say that that you've actually manifested this over your lifetime. And now is the time. Now is the time to begin to move forward with whatever it is that you feel. Maybe, this kind of reminds me when I look at this Hierophant of being a minister or a pastor, or maybe even just going and speaking to people about the ways of the world and what you've come to learn and how you've been able to accomplish or get through these obstacles in life. But with the moon coming here is just, trusting in that, trusting this intuition of yours, and know that you will be looked after. I have 2 sevens, actually. It's a 7-7 that come out here, 7 of Cups and 7 of Pentacles. So again, this reflection about what kind of work you're doing, and maybe trying to decide if the work that you have been doing is what you want to continue to do, or maybe it is more around this intuitive commitment that you have answered a call to in terms of this Tower. I love this. This is awesome. Some really developed people here. If you found this reading and it is resonating with you, what amazing validation, I guess you could say, that you're getting. And here we have the Justice card, so bringing everything into balance. Everything is going to come into balance. I see here with the spirit, with the physical. I do see with the emotions. You will feel like things are coming into balance for you with this Justice card, the scales of balance as we see it. This is also a Libra card. And then we see the Strength card. So this Strength card is that you have all of the strength within you to be able to do this type of work. And I do feel that it is, it could be around, a legal situation. Maybe you're signing a contract. Let's see if I can just get another card on this here. Spirit, what is... Okay, we've got a couple. Okay, so yeah, so we have that balance card with the Strength just beyond it. The Strength card came out after this Justice card. So just know that it is through your own strength that you have been able to come back into balance. And it is about trusting that intuition, as I see these 2 cards just come out right underneath the Hierophant, the King of Pentacles, and the Moon. So just know that things are coming back into balance for you, and that it is through your own strength that this balance is coming back in. And it's interesting that I even talk about this balance, because the next 2 cards that we got for a little bit more information was the 8 of Cups, so walking away from things that no longer serve you. And then the Temperance card, so again, answering the call, being this alchemist, taking the things that maybe aren't so great and alchemizing them into something that is more beneficial for you, that you have this ability to do so with this Temperance. You see how she's pouring water from one cup into the other. She is taking the energy and transmuting it into something of value. And when we look at this, it's because you have made this decision to move away from things that no longer serve you. So maybe there has been something that you've been working on over the last several years, and you're just feeling that this is not fulfilling you, and that you are being called to make a commitment to the divine, to Creator. To God, however you choose to, whatever your terminology is, and that, Creator is leading you, especially when I look at that character as they're walking away from those 8 cups, and you look at the Temperance, and you see there that there is a pathway in the background that leads to this beautiful sunshine. So you have chosen to take all of the trials and tribulations that you've been through in your lifetime and transmute them into something that's positive, into something that's going to help you find the wisdom within. And you have already made this commitment to Creator to do this type of work, so you will be absolutely provided for with this King of Pentacles here, and with this manifestation. So we have manifestation at the very top for the overall energy of this reading. We have the Hierophant in the very center, and underneath that we have the Justice card. So yes, things are coming into balance for you. So rest assured that you're on the right path, especially with that beautiful Temperance card. Okay, so I think I will get... I always like to finish off. Let's see, maybe we'll take the Lenormand and see what they're saying. If there's any more messages here for the collective for January 30th. If we have any additional messages, Spirit, for the collective. Oh, way too many. I'm going to take these. So, the first card coming out is a letter. So, expect to receive a letter. News is coming to you. And it is going to be something that is peaceful. You know, it's going to bring some solace to your heart. When I see this dove above this letter, I do feel that it is coming with grace. And that it is going to feed your heart center. Great. So, and then we have the tree. And it is the number 5, so it is about freedom, it is about change, and it's also about challenges. So there might be some challenges that you are dealing with at this moment in time. But the nice thing is that there's beautiful flowers, or it does look like flowers to me on this tree. So to me, it's about truth and it's about beauty. You know, especially with that great big moon behind that tree as well, it reminds me of the intuition. So when I think of the tree, that represents honesty and truth. And I feel like you are able to speak the truth in a very beautiful way, and it is guided by intuition. This is what I'm getting from this tree here. That you have these very deep roots, and with the branches that go out like that, you have all kinds of gifts. It almost looks like roses in this tree. So it's almost like you have gifts to give others in terms of this tree. And then the final card is an anchor. You know, and it does sort of go along with this tree. When I look at it, those roots going deep down into the earth, it's as though you have anchored yourself here in this new space and time. Anchor is number 35, which equals an 8, which is also about manifestation. So wherever you have anchored yourself, it is about manifestation. So you have found the correct spot, I would say, to really anchor in your roots and receive the messages from Creator. Oh my gosh, this is what this is. This is messaging from Creator. When we see this intuition with this tree, the truth, the beauty, anchoring in, that's what that's saying. Okay, all right, what a beautiful reading. Be open, listen to the truth of what those messages that are coming in. Alchemize. You are an alchemist. Beautiful. Thank you so much for listening to my reading today for January 30th. If you enjoyed this reading or it resonated with you, please like, share, or subscribe to my videos. It really does help me to get these messages out to people. So thanks so much, and we'll see you again tomorrow.